Good morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you can't, oh the dogs are playing. If you can't tell from my voice and what I look like, I'm not very well. It's Monday, the 27th of March. Basically, on the odd occasion I've done these just at home with me vlogs. I remember probably the last one I did was when I didn't live with Keegan. It was like, come with me as I go home and what I do getting sorted again, and I was doing like loads of washing and cleaning up at the house and unpacking and all these boring things, and I was like, I'm gonna vlog it, knowing it was boring. And there were some trolls going, this is so boring, can't believe you're filming yourself doing the washing. But most of you were like, I actually weirdly liked that, because it's also nice to watch people vlog not just the fun parts of their life but the normal parts, and it just normalizes normal things. I'm not well. I'll explain why and everything in a minute, but I thought I would maybe vlog a sick day with me at home. So if sickness and stuff triggers you and makes you feel not great, this vlog is not for you. But if you just want to know what a cozy day in the life of how I'm trying to make myself feel better, then continue watching. First step is my second coffee of the day. I've already been out this morning taking all the rubbish to the front, because I realised that last night I forgot to put all the recycling and all the put all the bins out for the bin men. Of course, on today of all days was I've met most of my neighbours up here except for one, and of course today of all days was the day that I bumped into her and met her. She was fully dressed and I was in my dressing gown, and I was like, I'm embarrassed. I've just gotten back from Denmark yesterday and I was feeling okay, and then yeah, on the first morning in Denmark I just felt a little bit like a bit of a sore throat, and then like it just progressively got worse and worse and worse to where I feel like I do now, and I've still got nail varnish or nail polish on my fingers from this event that we went to. Keegan's got 2 nails done and I've got 2 nails done, so this morning he was like, I'm gonna call and get some nail varnish remover for us. Anyway, I'm gonna be honest guys, it could be COVID. I haven't done a COVID test. I don't have any COVID tests. I don't even know how you're supposed to get COVID tests nowadays, because it's so not a thing anymore, isn't it? Like, but yeah, it's not as if I'm going anywhere. I've just messaged Leah this morning. I gave her warning yesterday because we were supposed to meet up tomorrow and film for our channel, stay in a hotel, and then we're hosting at this event, the Blogosphere Travel Show, which is such an honor to be asked to host an event like that. And it's paid work as well, it's a paid job, but if I'm feeling like this, there is no way I'm gonna be able to, like, I said to Leah, whore out my personality. Sometimes that's what YouTube feels like. Whereas like I have to, you have to be switched on. Like on this channel, the vlogs are so different that, you know, I can just pick up a camera whilst I'm sat on the sofa and talk to you guys and edit out all the pauses, and it's all very chill. But obviously videos with Leah require a lot more like attention and back and forth, obviously, and hosting a show on stage in front of people, like I can't do it like this. So I've told Leah, I don't think she's read it yet, or I sent her a voice note, but we're just gonna sit and relax. I've got my laptop. I'm actually just gonna have a look at what work I have to do this week. I was gonna set up this camera in the nice bathroom, which is where I have showers, the new bathroom. But then I was like, no, all my stuff's in the ensuite, which is not as nicely done. But I was like, this is where the influencer brain was coming out, and I was like, oh, I want to film in the nice bathroom. But all I do in there is get showered, and then all my stuff is actually in here because this shower is too small. Whoever designed it was tiny. So I was like, no, Joel, this is a realistic day in the life. So we're doing it in here. This is a fun, jaunty angle, isn't it? I was just wallowing in my, and stewing in my pajamas that I'd slept in last night. And I don't know about you guys, but even though I'm ill and not well, I have to get showered and get ready because I feel like it makes me feel a bit better. Obviously, when I've been really sick, actually no, even when I've been really, really sick, I still would get up and get ready at some stage, just because I feel like it makes you feel a bit more human, doesn't it? I've never understood people who can stay in their pajamas all day. Anyway. In spring I tend to use something a bit like this, something with a bit of tan in it. So it's basically like fake tan, but it's a tiny bit. It's mainly moisturizer, but I do find it gives me a bit of a glow, and then people are like, oh, you've got a nice tan, and I'm like, it's fake. It's not real. I do like to tell people it's not real as well. I know the whole point of like wearing fake tan is to make people think that you're tanned, but I always end up telling people it's fake. In the same way that if I buy cheap clothes and someone compliments me, I'm like, it was £5, it was reduced. And then I've had some friends go, you know, you don't need to say that, you could just say, thank you. Like, you don't need to prove that it's it's cheap or anything, just let us think it's expensive. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm too honest for my own good though, that's the problem. I had 2 moles removed from my chest, one in the middle and one under my left tit. And they're both, you know, they're the moles are gone and it's flat. However, the skin is still a little bit, you know, red, and so I'm putting some pseudo-creme on it to try and heal them up quicker. Right, I think that's all I want to do. And now I just need to put some comfy clothes on. Right, I've got my comfy clothes on. I feel better, I feel a bit more, well, I don't feel better, but I feel more human. Do you know what I mean? Let me talk to you about this. So I finally finished this book, guys. If you watched the video at the start of the year, I'd bought, I don't know, like 6 or 7 self-help books and 6 or 7 fiction. I was like, that will get me through the year. I since then have bought even more books, so I need to stop. However, I have now finished this. This took me a long time to finish. It was the sort of book that you can dip in and out of, so it didn't really matter that it took me a long time to read, because you didn't need to remember anything. It's kind of the sort of book that you should probably just be reading all the time if you suffer with like excessive worrying. And it does say that in here. It's like, read it through, read it again, dip into it, read it again, go again. So I probably will dip in and out of it. I did find it very helpful. It was written in like the 1930s or something like that. So it was a really old book. It's been reprinted and reprinted. It wasn't difficult to read. I'm glad no one told me it was written in the 1930s, because otherwise I wouldn't have bought it, because I'd be like, oh, they're probably using language that I can't relate to. But weirdly, it's almost as if it had been written today. Some of the advice in here is amazing. Some of it you can tell is a little bit outdated now, and it's a bit countercultural. Like, one of the last chapters was all about rest and sleep, and about how some of the top CEOs and business people and presidents and prime ministers will have naps in the middle of the day and work from their bed. And like, they were like advising that you lay in bed and work from your laptop, well, not laptop, so it didn't exist then, but work from your bed for the first few hours of the day, and then maybe in the middle of the day you can lie down in your office and have a nap, and all these things, which firstly I was like, obviously that doesn't apply to everyone. No, not everyone has the luxury of doing that. And B, should we be working from our beds? I feel like beds should be very relaxing and non-worky, and then you should do your work somewhere else. Do you know what I mean? Little things like that, but nothing major. Took my pencil and underlined lots of bits that I found helpful. So it means when I do go back and read through it, I can pick out the bits that I found really helpful. So yeah. But now I'm so excited to start a new self-help book, because yeah, I did get a little bit bored of this towards the end, but I still recommend it. Welcome to the laundry, guys. Coming back from Denmark, we have so much laundry. My laundry, Keegan's laundry, the kids' laundry, guest laundry, because Amber stayed here for a few days, so we've got like towels to wash and things like that. So we started last night. This is actually last night's stuff in the dryer. So get all that out and fold all that. I need to put these wet towels that have just been washed into the dryer. See, something even as simple as that has just exhausted me. Go. Thank you. Before I start organising and folding all of this, let's put another wash on. So we've got the white bin, which is completely full, and this colours bin, which is half full. I feel like we're always doing washing in this house. When I lived in London, Lucy did her laundry, I did my laundry. So obviously when I do my laundry, I just wash clothes for me. Now I'm washing clothes for me, Keegan, the children. That's about it. 2 dogs actually. Having 2 dogs does create a lot of washing. We've got Fenn's jumpers, Fenn's blankets, Ava's towels, so much. These are amazing. Does anyone else use these scent boosters? I absolutely love them. Right, let's sort these out. I cleaned my eye mask, because this is one thing, if you sleep with an eye mask, you need to clean it more often than you think, because the amount of facial grease and forehead grease that seeps into it. So I've got a fresh one now. We even had a thing when we moved in where Keegan and I fold laundry differently. So like my underwear, I like to roll into little sausages and then stack them in my cupboard. Keegan, when I first met him anyway, he used to, I'll see if I can replicate it, into that, so it's rolled into a little parcel. And I was like, no, I want a long parcel. He was like, no, mine's in little packages. We've now compromised, because I was like, that wastes far too much of my time. I'm not sitting there making them into packages, and he's actually realised the same. He was like, yeah, I don't want to waste time. So now he just likes them folded over like this and laid in the drawer. Not enough people do laundry chats online, you know. There's a little bit of London here. Here's a London tea towel. This tea towel is actually 11, 12 years old. One of my friends, Holly, who I don't see anymore. I haven't seen her in years. We don't talk. We haven't fallen out. it was one of those friendships that just like petered off. Anyway, she's called Holly, and we got along so well. And when I first moved to London, because she was from home where I am in Hampshire, she bought me a I Love London tea towel. She like knitted me this little cuddly toy, which I still have. I should reach out to her, you know. Isn't it weird how some friendships, you do have falling out, other friendships just fizzle? Like, as far as I remember, we didn't have a falling out. I then went to London, went to RADA, sort of didn't really keep in touch with many people, and then she went on and lived her life, I suppose. Also, I just want to thank everyone for their support of mine and Keegan's new podcast. It's been incredible to see the numbers on the podcast as well as on the YouTube videos is amazing, and yeah, the response has been incredible. I'm just making my third coffee. This is the new book I'm going to read, and it's the cringiest title book, and I'm embarrassed to read it, but apparently it's good. Apparently, Think and Grow Rich. It's a similar sort of reason, but I read a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, which was all about this guy that grew up, his real dad was very poor, and the mentality that he taught his son about money and growing up and how you earn money was very different to his friend's dad, who was very rich. And basically the mentality of the way you get money is you get a good job and you work really hard and you earn money. And that's the poor mentality, and that's the mindset loads of us have, where it's like, no, that's not what we should be doing. Yes, you should do those things, but you should also be taking money and putting it into investments. You should be taking that money and buying things that are assets that earn you money rather than liabilities of things that lose money. So even though it sounds very cringe, it's more to do with like, what are these limiting beliefs that we're telling ourselves? Lots of us tell ourselves that money is bad. And I don't know if that's a British thing, just a British thing, or if it's a global thing, but we're like, no, money is bad, you shouldn't want money, and you shouldn't try and earn loads of money. Like, stay where you are, stay put, this is you, and you're fine here. Don't get too big for your boots, don't try and earn more, don't try and, you know, become rich. Whereas like, I feel like it's maybe different in the US, where people are like, yeah, go for it, like, live the American dream, work really hard, invest your money, anyone can be successful. Whereas in the UK, it's like, no, stay where you are. So yeah, just trying to learn new money mindsets, basically. So I got these book recommendations online on a reputable website, and what are the chances that this book also mentions the author of the book I've just read? And this was also written in the 1930s, and it's sort of been retranslated. But one funny thing is, it's telling a story of a guy who basically got a rail fare to Orange, New Jersey. Does anyone know? I went to Orange, New Jersey with Leah, one of our first US trips back in 2018. I think it was. We stayed in New Jersey in a random place called Orange, New Jersey. What are the chances? That's so weird. Orange was so specific as well. And it even talks about East Orange, and I think we were on the boundary of East Orange because lots of our viewers were like, don't go to East Orange, it's so dangerous. But we'd walk through it every day and go to the gym every morning in East Orange. How weird that I can relate to a place. I'm like, yeah, I've been there. So cool. I have an exciting delivery that I'm looking forward to showing you guys. I ordered this maybe like 2 weeks ago from Emma Bridgewater, which is a company that makes ceramics mainly, I think. I basically ordered some personalised dog bowls, one for Fen and one for Ava. Oh wow, it's like a gift. Okay, so this is for Fen. Look, that's so lovely. Oh, it's nice and deep. They are small. They're a bit smaller than I thought, like compared to my hand, but I did choose the size. I have gone for hearts for little Ava. Hearts in the bowl. So now they have sort of matching bowls, his and hers. I know I've gone for gender stereotypes here, guys, but I mean, I have no excuses, but I just liked that for Ava. I do like forcing pink on Ava because everyone thinks she's a boy. So what other way to say girl than to go with the stereotype of pink? So anyway, I've gone for pink. I like that for Ava. You know what? I shouldn't apologise. Just because it's not PC, I like this. So Fen's gone for blue stars and Ava's gone for pink hearts. So cute. What do you think? It's very cute. Fenny, what do you think? Yeah, your new bowls. It's cute, isn't it? Keegan came home and he brought me my medicine, which is good because we didn't have any in the house, and nail polish remover, so it's gone. As you can see, I've done my hair because I have a meeting today. I have one meeting at 1 o'clock, and so I'm gonna go and do that now. It should only be about half an hour long. And I was like, should I cancel it? But A, it's, I would say, quite an important meeting, and B, I feel well enough to sit down and like talk to somebody via Zoom for 20-30 minutes. I just don't have the energy to do much beyond that. So so much so that Keegan's gone for a walk with the dogs. I was like, no, I'm gonna just relax, I think, today. Meeting done. Whew. Now I can chill out. That was a really nice meeting. And yeah, it's all very exciting, I suppose, things happening. Anyway, you know when you're like, my mind was racing before that call about other things, and then I was like, oh right, I'll park all this and I'll come back to it when I finish my meeting. I've had the meeting and now I can't even remember what I was thinking about before. It's the afternoon, it's about 3:30. Keegan is back from his breakfast and a dog walk, and he's actually making us a little treat. It's a healthy treat though, isn't it?
Well, yes. It's oats, banana, protein powder, bit of water, some honey, and then a little bit of dark chocolate.
Lovely. I mean, they should have been cookies, but they're a bit loose, so we decided to put them in the cupcake tray and put them in the oven.
I added too much water.
Never mind. About 6 o'clock, about 6:30 actually, it's time to feed them. I can't believe it's still so light outside. Can you? Because the clocks have gone forward. Right. Keegan and I actually have some pizza arriving because we're both not feeling that well. He's also not feeling well, so we're having Domino's for dinner, which we haven't had for ages. But we just thought tomorrow we can be a bit more disciplined, but today, time to enjoy the food and drink. Not drink, but just, you know, Pepsi Max. So the pizza should arrive any moment, so I'm getting the dogs fed. Right, here they go. Wait. Ava, sit. Sit. Wait. Then. Wait. Go on then. Here we go. Just what's needed. It's a treat. I don't think we've ever had Domino's together. So here we go.
Last time I had a Domino's?
No. I think I've had one with the kids actually, but I don't think me and you have had one. We're watching a show called The Patient on Disney+. It's very good. I'm going to keep this outro short because, as I said, not feeling well. And other than that, I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.